And he placed the end of that file against Maria and said to her, "Maria, unless you do what I want you to do, I will kill you." Maria refused. In his anger, he stabbed Maria with that file 9 times. And he stabbed her with such force, the file went in her body on one side and came out the other for 6 of the 9 wounds. For the 3 that didn't, they didn't because he hit her spine. And he hit her spine so hard, he bent the file. Maria fell to the floor of her kitchen unconscious. He thought he had killed her, but at this point, she was only unconscious. And he went next door and locked himself inside his room. At a certain point, Maria regained consciousness, and she managed to drag herself along the floor of her kitchen to the door, which was about 6 feet away. And she reached up, and she managed to flip the latch, holding the door closed so that she could make an attempt to open the door and cry out for help. Alessandro heard her flip that latch, and he came back and he stabbed her 5 more times. It was these second wounds that would kill Maria 24 hours later. He pierced her intestines. And what began to happen was an outflowing of the contents of her intestines into her body. And this causes an infection known as peritonitis, the same infection that you would get if your appendix burst. By the time that Maria was found, she already had a fever. By the time she was taken to the hospital, which was a great distance away, the fever, combined with the loss of blood she had sustained, put her in a state of dehydration. So upon arriving at the hospital, she begged the doctors over and over for water. But the doctors wouldn't give her any water because whatever she would swallow would come out her perforated intestines and would induce peritonitis. And they were trying to save her. It was a local priest who had been called to the hospital that posed this question to Maria. He asked her, "Maria, our Lord from the cross also begged for water, but no one gave him any. Will you also offer up your thirst for sinners?" And she replied, "Yes, Father, I will." She never asked for anything again. They performed surgery on her to try to stop the internal bleeding, but because she had lost so much blood, they didn't give her any anesthetic.